and Patton, according to their intelligence, was in southeastern England, commanding the 1st U.S. Army Group, apparently preparing to invade Calais. Rommel knew about Patton's reputation. He'd warned about him a year earlier. Now, seeing intelligence placing Patton at Calais, Rommel faced a dilemma. His instinct told him the invasion would come at Normandy. The terrain was better for a lodgment. The surprise value was higher. But how could the Allies invade without Patton? Rommel argued for reinforcing Normandy anyway, but other German commanders, particularly those in Berlin who dismissed his earlier warnings about Patton, insisted the evidence was clear. Patton at Calais meant the invasion would come at Calais. They kept major forces at Calais. Even after D-Day, even after Americans were dying on Omaha Beach, German commanders hesitated to move reserves from Calais because Patton was still there. And Patton, they now believed, wouldn't be wasted on a diversion. Of course, that's exactly what was happening. Patton was the diversion. Operation Fortitude had worked precisely because Germans took Patton's presence as proof of Allied intentions. The irony is devastating. Rommel had warned that Patton was the key threat. German intelligence had taken that warning so seriously that Patton's mere presence became a strategic deception tool. They'd been right about Patton's importance, and that correctness was used against them. August 1st, 1944. Patton's Third Army became operational in France. For German commanders who dismissed Rommel's warnings, the next 3 months were a nightmare that vindicated every word he'd written. Patton's Third Army advanced across France at a speed that shattered German defensive planning. In August alone, they covered hundreds of miles. Towns that German commanders expected to hold for days fell in hours. Defensive lines that should have stopped the Americans for weeks were flanked before they could be fully manned. German field commanders sent increasingly desperate reports to Berlin. They couldn't stop Patton. Every time they established a defensive position, Patton's forces had already moved around it. Every time they tried to counterattack, Patton's army was already hitting them from a different direction. The chaos was exactly what Rommel had predicted. Patton wasn't fighting a methodical advance and consolidation. He was conducting a rolling offensive that never gave Germans time to recover.